Alright, we're taxiing onto the runway. 69R. Here we go. It's the most legit takeoff you've ever seen done in a roleplay zone. Tower Alpha 180011 Foxtrot. Taking off from 69, right? Here we go. Best sound. We're lifting off. That's totally how planes. I'm not even pressing the up button. It's just hovering. I don't know what it's doing. Can I put the? I can't put the landing gear away. That's not an option. Wait, we're flying, guys. Hype. We are flying in the air. Low frame rate. Hold on. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh my god. The goddamn. Oh, I forgot to turn on the. No! 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 Well then. Are you fucking kidding me? I just want this moment to go down in history. I just want this moment to...
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yusufwan, and I'd like to talk about an issue, a very controversial issue. That issue is 9/11. We will never forget the events that transcribed on the year 2001, September 11th. They took lives of thousands of innocent people. Pure act of terrorism happened. What a horrible tragedy. Even in a virtual world, such as a roleplay server, you have things like memorials where we remember that. We remember what happened. What I wanted to do was something different. I wanted to fly a plane on 9/11. That sounds like a scary thought. But I will explain exactly why I wanted to fly a plane on 9/11, and I will explain exactly what went wrong, and how I ended up actually crashing a plane unintentionally on 9/11. So it all started when I bought a plane back in June in a roleplay server. It was the first time. It was a big milestone for me because I never had flown a plane on a roleplay server before. Well, okay, there was this one time, but it was like a training session. It doesn't really count, you know. It was the first time on LSRP for sure, and I consider LSRP to be the best roleplay server, the best hardcore roleplay server. So, it's a big milestone for me. So I went ahead and registered as soon as possible. Unfortunately, my registration got ignored for a full month. I submitted it in August 9th, and well, I paid for it in 9th. Instead of it taking 3 days as they promised in the application, it took a month. So right before 9/11, I finally received my registration, and I could fly legally. Well, my character could fly legally. I can't fly legally because I don't have a pilot certificate, and I don't have a plane, I don't have millions of dollars, but that's why we have video games. So, what happened? Why did I want to do it on 9/11? Well, originally I didn't even want to do it on 9/11 because it just happened to be that I received my registration on 9/11, and I wanted to fly it in general because I had never really done that before, especially on LSRP. So I wanted to really do it because it costs a lot of money to own a plane, so I was happy to finally have that privilege to fly one. So I want to do it to have a Q&A session with people because I don't really get an opportunity to talk with my fans. 8,000 subscribers, and they don't really get to talk to me a lot. They spam me in game a lot, and I never respond to their PMs. They spam me in forums, I never read forums. They spam me in emails, I never read emails. So I felt like I needed to talk to them. And by the way, I'm gonna respond to emails now. So what I did was I wanted to fly a plane. Now at one point I had considered the fact that it was 9/11. I had considered that fact. And I thought for a second, maybe I shouldn't fly a plane on 9/11. Now, then I realized something. You see, 9/11 was an act of terrorism. We all know that. And the purpose of terrorists' acts is to frighten people, is to make them scared of living their normal lives, is to make them question whether they should do something, make them hesitant to live lives normally. When I realized that I was hesitating doing something I would otherwise do, I realized the terrorists had won. Because that's the whole purpose. That was their purpose, that was their goal. The goal wasn't to kill the thousands of innocent people that they have killed. The goal was to frighten people of flying. That was the goal of terrorism. That is always the goal of making people afraid of doing day-to-day things. And of course, we have to remember the victims of 9/11, but we also need to move on with our lives. And I know that sounds morbid at first glance, but my point is that if we let the terrorist acts consume us, if we let them dictate how we live our lives, then they had won. Then they are the true kings. Then they dictate what we do. If I can't fly a plane on 9/11, then the terrorists that performed 9/11 have succeeded. In a way, the fact that we commemorate 9/11 is kind of a controversial subject in itself. Because it's kind of a victory for the people who created 9/11. I mean, they're dead now, pretty much, but yeah, still. The whole subject is a very controversial subject, but that's the way I see it. We can't let terrorism consume us. We can't let acts of terrorism frighten us of doing things that we would usually do. Now, of course, we have to be reasonable. Of course, we have to take precautions. We have to raise security so that another 9/11 doesn't happen. But we shouldn't stop flying a plane. Imagine if a bombing happened and the game Counter-Strike was banned as a series because it features a bombing. I hate censorship in general. But that form of censorship would be just terrible, because that would mean that the terrorists have succeeded in dictating our lives. So that was the statement I tried to make by flying a plane. What went wrong? There was one more statement. There's another statement I mentioned in the live stream, and that's how I wanted to quote unquote test admins. I won't go in depth, but I feel like a lot of situations that happened, I was cheated by the administration team. Now, what you might ask yourself, what makes me say that? You know, I'm this DMer, this guy who always breaks the rules for no reason whatsoever. You know, I hate LSRP and all that other stereotypes that people think about me. You know. Well, no, actually, the reason why I complain about LSRP is because I wanted to succeed. There were a couple of situations, not a couple, a lot of situations that happened, which made me question admins, which made me question admins. One of the situations happened earlier this March, the most recent one. I was doing a stream of my birthday, and a bunch of people broke into my house and started shooting. Well, no. Well, okay, hold on. Dial it back. I was live streaming my birthday party, which was a closed event featuring a few of my friends, and of course, a couple of people decided to metagame, and they all played breaking into my house with the use of a shotgun. Now at the time I had a regular door, and in the roleplay server you're supposed to roleplay everything until there's an enemy present. If you don't roleplay something, then you are subject to punishment. You are subject to admin jails, and admin jails hold a lot of weight. They prevent you from being accepted into government organizations, which is something I was interested in at the time. So being banned prevents you from accessing, requesting. Being admin jailed prevents you from joining government organizations for 1 month, being banned prevents you from joining government organizations for 3 months. That's a long time. And I've already waited for a long time to join LSSD. And you know that I got kicked out of LSSD. Hold on, we'll get to that. So what happened was, people broke. So I had to roleplay it. I didn't have a choice to not roleplay it. And I got over that situation. Not only was what I did reasonable, in my opinion, it was also legal. Yeah. So, I was unbanned immediately afterwards, sure. But then they refused to say whether I even did anything wrong. And then they stopped responding to me. So what I did is I made a video about the subject. The video is usually my last ditch effort. In this case it's a different subject, so I'm pretty much tackling it head front before some kind of administrative punishment happens. But what happened was, I was basically threatened. Don't make another video about this. Stop, put this nonsense to a stop. Well, how about we have more conversations? Because that's all I want. I want to have more conversations with the management so that we don't have this confusion. We don't have this confusion whether or not something is allowed or not, because rules are a huge gray area. And I'm going to be tackling that in the coming months. I'm sure LSRP wants to keep the gray area huge so that admins have the free will to do whatever they want. And it's their right, absolutely. They can ban me for something that's not listed in the rules section. And they have done it time and time again. They would ban me, then they would add a rule for which they banned me for, which made me feel, like I was cheated. Because I read the rules, believe it or not. I read the rules over and over and over, make sure I'm not breaking them. But I like to experiment. Why do I like to experiment? I'm a content creator. I'm not trying to do one thing over and over and over. I'm trying to try different things. Fucking piece of shit. Cold. I try to do different things. I try to experiment with my content. But I need to know the boundaries. I need to know the boundaries. And when they're gray, I can tell the boundaries. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to figure out where is the boundary. For what I can tell, admins have their very own boundaries. So depending on which admin you get, you may be punished or you may be not. I have a problem with that. So what I wanted to do is, this is what I meant by the test. The test was, I would fly a plane on 9/11 and see if anybody would get triggered by that. Because it's not unrealistic to fly a plane on 9/11. Planes fly on 9/11. It's not like flight is banned on 9/11. Imagine if that was the case. Then the terrorists would have truly won. But no, I wanted to see if any admin would have banned me. I wanted to see if that would happen. And because I felt cheated, I'll be honest, I felt cheated by the administration team, and that's how I felt for the past several years at this point in LSRP. When I am held to this high standard, and a lot of bullshit, a lot of nonsense happens to me, right? And I get punished for all sorts of things that other people I see committing all the time, notably clontics, and that they never get punished. They get away with all of that. They blatantly break the rules. When I get reported against player report guidelines, and I get punished, what kind of ridiculous stuff is that? I can understand why you want to hold me to a higher standard when I have you. That's what Martin said himself, not my words. When I have an audience of 8,000 people, fair enough. But why don't we have a better communication? If I want less gray area in terms of rules, if I want to know what I can do, what I can't do, why can't I have that? Why do I have to always go through this excruciating part of being punished, making an appeal, getting appealed in most cases? Half of my admin record is just voiding the other half of my admin record. Although I do have to say that I'm not a saint. I'm not like a perfect guy who has never made mistakes, who has never broke rules. I have broken rules. My first rule where I broke. Yeah. I'm not saying I haven't broken rules. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, I feel like I was cheated, and that's why I wanted to test the administration team, see if they would ban me for just flying a plane. I wasn't trying. Hold on, I'm gonna try that again. I wasn't trying to fly into a building and create 9/11.
Flying in a helicopter.
That's not what I was trying to do.
We did it.
In fact, quite the opposite.
I mean, I was a helicopter too,
in a way,
but
protesting.
I don't mind that. Hey, here we go. You got a blanket or something? God damn it. A is missing her heels. Press G, please. Okay, press G for, press G is the new press F. Oh, okay, we only got this so I could press G. Okay, fair enough. Ah, Jesus. I'm kind of sad that this is low frame rate, but to be honest, I can fix it. I am filming in like full 60 FPS. I just have to like re-upload the footage. I guess I'll do like highlights. Should I even do highlights? This is kind of insensitive as fuck.
Look, the point I'm trying to make is, I'm not saying myself. I have done mistakes. Do I believe that flying a plane 9/11 was a mistake? No, because I was planning to do it anyway. I had some free time. I just got registered. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to make a statement. Terrorism doesn't affect me. I can move on. And I want people to recognize that that's how you win terrorism. That's how you fight terrorism. By being strong enough. Finding this strength inside of you to move on. And to not let it affect you. And not let it affect your life. I hope you can see past what it appears to be and see what the true meaning of it was. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.